Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Central European Rally here. The last stage to make it all the way to the end there. And as you can see, the weather's getting a little bit worse now. It is ever so slightly raining. And also, obviously, it is getting a little bit darker out there as well. Can't wait for this one personally. We're once again racing in the Amigos Racing League. There's a link in the description if you want to check it out as well.
Easy right.
Coming into the easy right, you can see that the visibility obviously is something that plays into this. It is once again very cloudy out there, of course, as there is only rain coming around here. What's going to be good there? And I think this is definitely going to be one of those stages where a lot of other drivers will struggle to get around here. In fact, I won't spoil too much here, but I also had a few moments on this track. Let's see if Sven brings it out better. We're going to see in just a moment, I think. So far, all is good, though. Making it through nicely, slowly but steady.
Easy right. Hard left. And medium right.
So far, all good. Quite clean through there, I gotta say, as well.
Easy left. Crest.
Crest coming up here. Now you can see a little bit more. Once again, it's mainly the instruction of our co-driver we're getting along. So far, all is good.
Slowing. Slight left over crest. Medium right. Don't cut. Medium right. Small
Now,
cut
so far,
and
all is
medium
good.
left. Crest. Easy right over jump. Over bumps.
Now, all is good.
Easy left. Medium right over crest. Slight left over crest. And slight right.
And as you can see as well, he's learning quite easily.
And slight left. Jump
Obviously, Sven now
slowing.
has gotten a little bit more experience with the Central European Rally, and he has looked all clean in the first 2 minutes here. No big mistakes, no big incidents. And just, well,
Big crest.
quite steady through here, which is quite awesome
Medium
to see.
right. Slowing.
And all is good.
Hard left. Opens medium. Easy left. Slowing.
Now, obviously, you might notice as well, some of these stages have similarities, and there we go off a little bit. They have similarities in the sense that some parts of the stages are reused.
Medium right.
Medium right coming up here, all is good for now. You can see the fans as well, standing at the side here.
Over crest. Into medium left.
All is good now. Medium left coming up as well. Going downhill, it's always a little bit scary.
Bridge. Into
Now
slight
going
left.
over the bridge here as well.
Into slight right. Widens. Easy left over crest. Easy left. Slowing.
Now also just a little bit one of those faster sectors as well. It's actually one of the longest stages that we've done so far. A little bit under 15 kilometers. Handbrake coming in nicely.
Medium right. And hard left.
And well, obviously there are some stages in the game as well on rougher terrains that are 30 plus kilometers.
Easy right.
So that's something we still got to get used to as well. And I was actually talking about to Sven about this as well. His son might join in as well if he can get the time to come around this.
Medium left.
He seems to be enjoying the rally, and it would be really fun to see him battle it out as well. There's almost a spin, but he manages to stay out at least here. Right-hander coming up now. They're maybe a little bit too aggressive on the handbrake. Yeah, that's once again what I've told you as well. It's quite difficult to find that right point where you need to use the handbrake, where do you not want to use the handbrake. So I get this completely. I very much relate to this as well.
Hard
And
right.
especially now with the wet, it makes it ever so slightly more slippery. But is that enough to warrant using the handbrake in these turns? It's always difficult for me.
Easy left over crest. Don't cut. Slight left. Caution.
Now pushing in, slight left coming out there.
Turn, easy left, crest, into easy
Now this is
right,
so faster here. This
medium right,
corner looks a little bit deceptive here. You go down a little bit here, but you can actually flat out this entire way. You don't even need to lose that much speed because this is all flat again. Obviously these cars, they max out rather well, which is why I've actually changed my setup as well to make it just a slight bit faster or have a little bit of a higher top speed at least here. As
medium right,
in comparison towards, let's say, Monte Carlo or maybe even Croatia, they're a lot tighter and they also have a lot more corners. For example, Japan is a good example of this as well. There we unfortunately missed the braking point a little bit here. We block up. Need to go in reverse a little bit to actually make the corner. And as I was saying, these tight turns that you see are usually in Central Europe, at least followed up by a lot of faster sectors. And there you can gain a lot of time if you could just have that top speed a little bit higher. But as for the Monte Carlo and especially Japan and Croatia, it's usually a lot tighter, a lot more corners where you can't really go that fast. It's a lot more technical in that sense, which is why I've actually refrained from using that as well. Problem was, I wasn't able to find a good setup. So what I've actually done is I've kind of changed the Monte Carlo setup around myself. And I think Sven is just still on the base game setup as well. But that is sometimes a good tactic as well. It's a fairly safe setup. And in that sense, it definitely does help here.
crest, small jump, medium left, opens easy, slowing, hard right,
So for all those good, now you can see as well that we're getting a little bit more familiarized with having a co-driver next to us telling us where to go.
right over bump, medium left,
It's only a matter of fact that eventually we'll see a new Thierry Neuville be born in Sven Matisse.
medium right,
But for now, they're just focusing on keeping things clean, something that I've struggled with on this track.
into slight right,
And, well, I think this is actually the sector where I managed to push it quite hard and I was feeling really confident. Only for that to be taken away a little bit longer when I came to corners like this, where I just ever so slightly missed the braking point. And I find myself, unfortunately, facing the wrong way. I've actually made a fairly big jump as well. It just cost me a lot of time. Now, overall, I was doing quite well in the standing, so that's a bummer for me. But yeah, that's my own mistake. You can see that Sven has a very different approach to that as well. He is taking it a little bit more easy, and that's good.
and easy left, and easy right, bump,
Now as well, this is one of those faster sectors here, pushing the car to its absolute limit.
slight right,
Just trying to nail it.
easy left,
Easy left coming up, and you can go quite fast. There's obviously a fence as well to block you, but preferably you not hit it in the first place.
crest, and slight right, easy left over crest, slowing, hard right,
Well, now coming up to this corner, a little bit of a cut on the inside here, but you do manage to make it through safely, which is a little bit more important, of course. And also, your friendly reminder, we do both iRacing and rally content, so if you're liking this,
slowing,
make sure to let us know. It's a little bit of an experience, of course, to drive like this. It's very different in that sense. However, I find it very enjoyable to watch and to do myself as well. It's a nice little change of pace there. Definitely some different challenges that I think sometimes directly translate from game to game as well. Because this is definitely one of those games where you need to have trust in the co-driver. You obviously don't know what way you're going to be going. So you get to feel that max out of the car. And rather easily, you don't really have a try to redo it either. Sure, you can practice the stages up front. I don't.
easy left,
But I know some other drivers do.
crest, brake,
So it does help out in the end as well.
medium
Now, all
right,
is good. Let's see what else there is to gain. Medium right coming up here. And this is where I had a big crash. I flew off into the tree. Somehow my car wasn't permanently damaged. I already had a puncture by then as well.
slowing,
Just decided to keep going though. And Sven, well, he hasn't made many big mistakes. Sure, he's outbraked himself once or twice.
open here,
Sometimes it's got a little bit of cut across. And as I say that, that's the commentator's curse, isn't it? He fights himself going off. Needs to get back to the track now, and when he actually does, he's able to at least get going. You can see how much that shaker's coming along as well, but he gets too eager and he once again loses time. Yeah, he's stressing himself at this point. Finds himself stuck now. You You can't break that fence, so he's going to have to go all the way back now. And try and make his way back up the field here. But obviously he doesn't really know where he needs to look and where he needs to go. Now he's found again. This has cost him a lot of time. And that's a shame, such towards the end of the session, because he was doing so well. Now that's usually the sign you're there, almost, and there it is. Finishes up at least. It's going to be a 9:48.710 in the end. Obviously that's the curse of very wet environments. And all those kind of things here. Now we just got to make our way over towards the finish line here, which we will do. And yeah, that's going to give us some mixed feelings, I think, because we could have been faster, but it definitely wasn't terrible overall. As we get put back into the place here, you can see where that leaves us here. It's going to be a 9:48. That will bring us towards the end here. Let's see how we did on that stage. In the end, actually beating me by half a minute, which is saying quite a lot, but look at my penalty, 2 minutes just by going off. And actually a couple drivers not even finishing at all. Shame really that it's gone that way. Horizontals once again at the top as well. No big surprises there. And obviously, after topping all the stages as it is right now, is winning the entire championship. But I shouldn't say that is the case, because they still have 2 days as I'm recording this. So yeah, it's not over yet. And here's the total result. Then I finish 1 minute and 10 seconds ahead here, but the gaps are minimal. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so much for watching. It's been an absolute pleasure. New commentary for you. And see you guys in the next video as well. Bye-bye.